In the list of top draft priorities for the Pittsburgh Steelers, offensive line no longer is as high as it used to be. Hello, Steeler Nation. Thank you so much for choosing to watch another Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate video with me, your host, Owen David. Guys, if you've just found the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate, this is a fan-driven channel with over three fans, actually. Myself, Mr. Steelers Nation Australian Mark Davison, and Mackenzie Miller. All of us Pittsburgh Steelers fans, genuine, real Steelers fans who watch games, who follow the team on a daily basis, who know the team on a daily basis, unlike some other channels like Chat Sports, who know jack about the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are run by Dallas Cowboys, by Denver Broncos, and Las Vegas Raiders fans. They know nothing about our team. Anyway, guys, I'm going to hit that sub, ring that notification bell, and come and join the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. Now, I've been going through what I think are top priorities and top needs for the Pittsburgh Steelers coming in this coming offseason, which is going to be a massive offseason for our team as they look to turn themselves into genuine contenders in the 2023 season. Now, my top priority hasn't changed. I still think that cornerback one is the biggest priority for this team. It's a huge priority. We haven't had one since Ike Taylor. We got burned by so many wide receiver ones, and like AJ Brown, like Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Jalen, and the list goes on, guys. The list goes on. So that is my top priority. Defensive line, I think, is another top priority because of the fact Cam is not getting any younger. Tyson Alualu is unlikely to be here again, be returning for the 2023 season. And I think we really do need to strengthen in that position. However, a lot of people think the offensive line is a top priority and the first round draft pick should go on an offensive lineman. I think this would be a massive mistake for the Pittsburgh Steelers to make. I feel this because for a couple of reasons. One, cornerback is a bigger need because the defense is that one piece away from being outstanding. And number two, if you look at the offensive line this season, it has made huge steps forward under offensive line coach Pat Mayer. Pat Mayer deserves massive props for what he's managed to achieve with our team's offensive line. The run blocking has been substantially better as the season went on. At the start of the season, they were averaging something like 87 yards per game. At the end of the season, it was 121.6. They were 16th ranked best run offense in the league. Halfway, big improvement from the previous season. And a lot of that's going to be put down to Pat Mayer and his work with that offensive line. Dotson and Moore got better as the season went on. Mason Cole looks fantastic at center and looks like a real good center, a real good anchor for us to build a line on, for the next 3 seasons. James Daniels certainly seems to have improved as the season's gone on, and Chooks has looked solid as a rock. So for me, the starting 5, you've only actually missed a few snaps all season. Chooks missed 1. I think Mason Cole missed 40 due to that troublesome ankle injury and foot injury of his. But overall, the line was solid and it made major steps forward. I don't think you need to bring in a rookie at this stage. The line doesn't need a rookie. It doesn't need a first-round draft pick. Because number one, that first-round draft pick is unlikely to play from the start anyway. Say we bring in someone like Paris Johnson or Skoronski, they're unlikely to start from the outset. So, and also the fact that, for me, if we are going to bring in somebody to add to this line, it doesn't need to be a draft pick. It needs to be a free agent. The one thing this line and this offense lacks for me is veteran leadership. Yes, there are some very good draft prospects, on there. Skoronski is very talented. Paris Johnson out of the Ohio State is very talented. Broderick Jones from Georgia is an outstanding talent. Anton Harrison, Blake Freeland, Desirus Torrance, John Michael Schmitz, Andrew Voorhees, Darwin Jones, Luke Wider. Now, some of those are centers, I know. But at the end of the day, I don't honestly think that these 5 guys you see here, the top 5 tackles in this class, Skoronski, Johnson, Jones, Harrison, and Freeland, would be assets to the Pittsburgh Steelers in this draft. I honestly feel that it would be a retrograde step for us to bring one of those in. It would break up the line, which I think is making great steps forward. Now, like I said, I think if we are going to bring someone in, it needs to be some veteran presence, some veteran leadership, because that's what this offense is really lacking, veteran presence. The oldest player last season was 26 years old, or 25 or 26 years old, Mason Cole. Now, if we look at the list of free agents that will be available next season, you've got Orlando Brown Jr. from KC, who is 27, going to be 27. Rodney Hudson, centres, we can disregard him. Right tackle, no, fact, we don't need a right tackle. McGovern and Kelsey are centres, we don't need them. Pugh and Saffold are guards, but again, old. Matt Pryor is from Indianapolis. He's a guard as well, 28 years old. Isaac Suemolo, 29 years old, from a guard from Philly. Cameron Irving, a tackle from Carolina at 30. Mike McGlinchey, a right tackle from San Francisco, 28.3. And Wes Schweitzer from Washington, who is 29. Orlando Brown is the one that stands out for the most for me there. But whether you could get him away from KC and whether the Steelers would be willing to pay the price for him, it is debatable, isn't it? It is debatable. I think the other ones, obviously, you're looking at some ones that are over 30. That is very much not a Steelers thing to do. Suemolo, a guard from Philadelphia, could be a good bit of veteran backup to bring in. Even McGlinchey at right tackle, if you choose not to go with Chooks, I think could be someone they bring in. But I honestly think that going forward, the Steelers need to look at backups here. Backups on the line, quality backups, not starters. I don't think the line needs any new starters. I think it needs quality backups. The backups that we've got at the moment are not fit for purpose. Trent Scott, Jesse Davis, Kendrick Green, all very poor backups. Behind this five, there is literally nobody. Hassenauer is the backup center. I think there's a real need to go and look and see what is available out there in the veteran market, to look at what they could bring in as quality backups on that line. I really don't think the offensive line is anywhere near as big a priority as fans think it is. If you look at how this line has developed, it is only going to get better as we go through next season, because the work Mayo has continued to do with it. Mayo is a great coach. He's done a fantastic job with this line. And I think bringing in a first-round draft pick would be a huge mistake, especially when there are more bigger priorities, like cornerback one for me, like the defensive line as well. I would even put inside linebacker as a higher priority than the offensive line in this draft. The O-line for me is not a top priority for this draft. Steeler Nation, let me know what you think in the comments below. And also remember to hit that sub, ring that notification bell, and come and join the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate family. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, let's finish it in the only way we can. Here we go, Steelers. Come on.